Good morning, everybody. It is Monday, February 22nd, 2021, and welcome to all of you. Just standing by in a few hours, I'm going to get my second dosing of the Moderna COVID-19 vaccine. I'm kind of excited about it, a little apprehensive too, but glad I'm getting the vaccination done. Hope y'all are having a great day. Stay in your lane, Elvis. That would be the best advice that I could give you at this moment in time. I haven't really followed your shenanigans since you've brought back your, what appears to be your fifth YouTube channel after being terminated 4 times before. And we all know that YouTube terms and conditions state that once you are terminated on YouTube, you are not allowed to create or upload to another YouTube channel. It is a one and done. Well, I'm not a threat to anybody on here. And I will remind people the only reason that I went after his prior channels is because he took a direct shot at me when he went on his striking rampage with copyright strikes back in August of last year. And I felt free at that point to counter those moves with my own moves. And I did what I felt was appropriate for me. And as he mentioned, the Hammurabi Code, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. Well, I don't normally operate that way. I usually am a person given to taking the high road, and I'm very, I don't want to say famous, but I'm very noteworthy for minding my own business and keeping my nose out of other people's business. I don't engage in drama. It's not often I break away from my regular life to do videos regarding the state of YouTube and some of the things that go on YouTube. But I was directed that you have recently been talking about me, my Vegas content, views, etc., etc. Well, one reason the views are certainly down is I removed all of your content that had to do with the van build. In total about 40 or 50 videos in the month of January. I'm glad I did that. It was a period in my life document. I can't say that I won't bring them back again, but the whole situation left a bad taste in my mouth. And I have chosen to put that era behind me. But a couple thoughts come to mind on you and your life. One thing that I want to mention is in looking back over the 5 and now 6 years of having known you and known about you, you consistently complain that you lose friends along the way. Well, one consideration is, and I really did rack my brain to try to figure it out, besides cutting a small piece of lawn for Mr. X at his property, and doing that more as a showcase video than actually doing any productive work, I really have racked my brain to think about anything that you have ever done or given of yourself to anybody else on YouTube. And for the life of me, I can't figure anything that you have done to go out of your way to help other people, as I've tried to do many times over the years, whether financially trying to support people or giving of my time and efforts, as I'm engaged midway on a flooring project with my great friends, the boss and Janet. It's not a bad thing to be a giver in life. And if you have to sit back and scratch your head and wonder, what have I ever done for other people? Well, if the answer comes up, nothing that I can think of, it's no wonder that people get tired of a one-way street and basically go the other way when they see you coming. There's nothing in it for them. And that's the sad reality of what has been your life, is that there's no inkling of even a two-way street of giving. Everything is what people have done for you. Meals, financial, working on the van. And it's very interesting that, my friend Joni you didn't even get 50 miles away from her place before you started to degrade her. Well, I'm not going to dig down on that. I try to maintain a good relationship with everybody. But understand this. The only thing that I've asked over the period from the time that you went dark and claimed that you weren't coming back on YouTube because the business model was not good, because you think that you got unfairly taken out. Well, I don't have to dig into the whys and wherefores of that. It happened. Okay, it happened. Yes, you got taken out for whatever reasons. It created that situation where YouTube felt in one blow that you had to be removed from the platform. You then disrespected the platform and made it quite clear that you're never coming back to YouTube again. Well, for those of you who say strike, 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 it's not my nature to do that. It is what it is on YouTube, and I've always had the philosophy: if you, leave me alone, let me do my own thing, and don't bring me up. I don't really have any issue with what anybody else does. They take their own risks in doing the things that they do, whether it's bringing back another channel, creating the content that they want to create. I'm definitely a live and let live type of person. But when you combine that with the ability of not being able to create content without bringing other people up, it's very telling on the very empty aspects of your life. Meaning that, you have to think about how controversial that you can be when you make a video, how you can dress to elicit the most attention and things. In other words, you're living a very unnatural type of life. Your life is contrived to just build around views, and then on a daily basis, you have to go out of your way to keep feeding that unnatural, that ungainly flow of videos to garner attention. You're not living your real life. You're living your life to try to tailor your content to YouTube. Whereas I go out, I do my thing, and I take care of doing the things that I enjoy doing first and foremost, and whether the views follow or not is not significant. We all know on YouTube that you can ramp up views by talking about other people, highlighting them, going after them. We've certainly seen recently in the drama community the very high views that have to go with the current situation surrounding St. Jude. It's what I call the low-hanging fruit of YouTube, and you're one that can't resist that low-hanging fruit. Therefore, you tailor your videos to try to be as provocative as possible, as controversial as possible, just so that people talk about you. And it's always been something that puts you in an unnatural way. It had you doing things that often had you in the sights of YouTube in a negative way. And I do expect that will continue going forward, that things will move in a negative direction. Claims on people not really caring to be with you and not giving you the time of day. It's a natural thing. People aren't stupid. They'll give and give and give and give until such a point as they realize there's no payoff in being a giver when it comes to you. And I think that's the sad aspect of your life, is you'll never experience that joy of putting in hours and hours and hours doing something that can benefit somebody else without regard of the payoffs, whether monetary, views, or whatever. I've often stated, and people have reminded me when I've gone astray, that a person cannot change their basic nature, his or her basic nature, and it's true. And I know the dislike for me runs very deep, and right now it's under cover of being the dirtiest player in the game. But as has been demonstrated before, the dirtiest player in the game may certainly not be the smartest player in the game. So I'm going to go about my day, minding my business as I usually do, with just this caution. You don't need to be talking about me and what I do. The question that you need to ask yourself in regards to Rosie O'Callaghan is she happy? And I would say I have it all over you in terms of happiness, the varied content I bring, whether it's electronics, travel, cinematic features. I'm doing exactly what I want to do on YouTube and building something worthwhile over the long haul instead of being driven by the short-term low-hanging fruit of talking about other people. It's never really conducive for, in my opinion, building a channel with content that is worth watching. So again, my caution to you is stay in your own lane. Live your life down in Florida. You know, a lot of people that you degrade or complain about that don't really have time for you anymore, these are people, including myself, that have put in their time, quote, ham and egging, unquote, and doing things in life and being responsible to make sure that they've done the things that they do so that they're not a burden on society or potentially a future burden on society. That includes Mr. X, that includes Jory. It goes right down the line. Yeah, there's sacrifice. You're giving the best years of your life for something, but it's not a selfish pursuit. You do have a responsibility to society and others to make sure to do your best that you won't eventually be a burden on society. And it's not been proven to me in the future that you won't be due to this narcissistic focus on self. Well, to me, it's a pathway for eventual disaster in the future, and we will see. In the meantime, I wish everybody well on their pursuits of YouTube. I don't have any ill will about anything, but I will say this. I did my level best to be the very best friend that I could be for many years, and you see how that turned out for me. Didn't turn out really well, okay? Just think also about this. The dirtiest player in the game may not be the smartest player in the game. I'm going to close it out now and wish you all a wonderful day. And wouldn't it be a great world if we all stayed in our lane? Thanks for watching, everybody. Thumbs up are appreciated, and your comments are welcome in the comments section down below. Thanks so much for watching.